Okay, can you guys hear me? Is this good? Yeah? Okay. My name is Libranece, and this piece was inspired by a prompt that my mentor and I did about substance abuse, and it's titled, My Mother's Wishes. Okay. I never asked many questions, and although I didn't see them much, I knew they existed, and I knew because everyone had to come from something. Something other than their mom and dad, everyone had a family somewhere. I can recall some memories that I shared with less than a handful of cousins and an aunt or two, maybe an uncle. Some summers I'd meet family members at barbecues. I usually met them at funerals, though. I barely know my own grandmother, but I know enough to know why I've been kept from her. The next time we meet may even be at another funeral. I just hope it isn't hers. I've spent time with my grandma, but I'm not sure I know her. I've spent time with my mother's brother, but I'm not sure I know him either. I've spent time with my father's nephews and nieces, but I'm not sure they really know me. I've met my family members in passing. Most meetings were brief. I've met them sometimes by the mistake of simply being at the same place in the same time. But I've never met them at Thanksgiving dinner. I've never met them over the phone for my birthday. I've never met them for Mass or breakfast on Christmas or Easter, not at graduations or at my mother's wedding. Both my mother and my father come from families broken apart by $10 highs and 10-year sentences. They come from empty pill bottles and drunken decisions poorer than the poverty that they were subjected to. My parents come from the worst, and they tried their best to give me the best, and what that really meant was protecting me from the naturally corrupted backgrounds that they'd become victims of, keeping them away from the dysfunctional nature that they were used to so that I wouldn't grow to think that it was normal. They kept a reapplied coat of sunblock on me at all times, SPF 50, as if anything after 15 really works. They sheltered me from the only evil they've ever known. They made sure that I only saw empty wine bottles on holidays and that I only saw pill bottles when they were legally prescribed. I grew up thinking drugs were medicine, and those were my mother's wishes. As for me, I wish I could have built relationships with those who share a bloodline with me. I wish I knew what just like grandma's house smelled like. I wish family vacations didn't only consist of me, mommy, and daddy. And I wish I had something to talk about when we discuss family traditions in school. And I wish that the Irish blood in me didn't fit the drunkard stereotype and that the Ayala name wasn't tainted by users and abusers. But I do not wish that my mother's wishes were any different because although the holidays sometimes feel empty, my heart is not, and sometimes my house feels empty, but my home is still a home, and those are my mother's wishes.